with the new.
And this is the first installment of the playoff rankings. As you can see here, Oregon, number one. That took nobody surprise because they are undefeated in the Big Ten, which is one of the two major conferences that people actually look at.
That's
Don't
correct.
get it wrong. The ACC and the Big 12 are also part of the Power Four, but most people look at the Big Ten and the SEC.
In the SEC. Yeah.
Speaking of which, fellow Big Ten member, Ohio State, who lost to Oregon and Eugene. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, Georgia, number three. Miami comes in at four.
Mm-hmm. The U.
The aforementioned Texas Longhorns of Cole Johnson, number five on the list.
Yes. I'm glad in the
I
top
want
five.
y'all to look at number 12, Boise State.
Okay. All right. I might actually like this if they're gonna be doing stuff like this. But Boise State is gonna be part of the Pac-2 eventually. So yeah, I mean 12. My bad.
You don't get to say that enough, do you? So you try to take advantage while you still can, ain't you? Because you know they making moves.
You doggone right. Yes, I am.
And the reason I want you to look at number 12 because you're not going to see another group of five team until 25.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Army,
Mm-hmm.
which actually sucks for Army because
That sucks a lot because they won't be in the playoffs.
there's not only that, look at the gap.
Yeah, wide, very wide.
That is a huge gap
Mm-hmm.
between Army and Boise. And Army's undefeated. You gotta give academies a credit, man. They are undefeated.
So when is Notre Dame going to beat them?
Do they even play Notre Dame?
I know they played every year. I can't remember if they play also Army every year.
Yeah, and they smoked Navy too.
Yeah, they did.
Jeez, they smoked them boys. I felt bad for Navy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wanted to pick Navy. Hey, I gave y'all the spotlight game of the week, but I couldn't pick because I'm like, yeah, I gotta go Notre Dame. I didn't think y'all was gonna get smoked like that though. Y'all had six turnovers. Six. Jeez.
Oh, and posters. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you have not made Notre Dame ranked higher than 10. I'm proud of you. They should be their punishment to be no higher than 10 because they should not have taken an L at home to Northern Illinois.
Well, to answer your first question, Carl, the weekend before Thanksgiving,
They do. I thought they played Army. Yeah.
and it's in South Bend. Oh Lord, it's in South Bend.
Mhm.
Now you see the rankings here, but that's not how the playoff seedings go.
No, they don't.
Oregon will be one.
Big Ten
Georgia,
leader,
Georgia
SEC
will be
leader,
two.
mhm,
Miami will be three. And
ACC
look
leader,
who's at number four.
Brigham Young, the Big 12 leader.
BYU. Now you probably asking, how is that Ohio State is ranked higher than Georgia, but Georgia gets a better seating? Well, that is because if you paid attention, the four conference champions
One is a conference leader, the other is not.
will get an automatic bye.
Exactly.
Guess who lead what conference is Ohio State in?
The Big to the 10.
But they are not leading the Big Ten, are they?
No, they took an L in Eugene.
That's why Oregon's there.
Hmm.
And that means Georgia gets number two.
That's right. And that's why when Texas meets up with them again next month, they straighten up, they fly right, they force Carson Beck to throw a whole ton of picks. The Longhorns either be number 2 or number 3.
And
And
you
I
say, hold
want
on.
it to happen.
We said, hold on, though. But Miami's ranked four, but they seeded three. They are leading the ACC.
Correct.
BYU's ranked ninth, but they the fourth seed. Well, they lead the Big
Big
12.
12. Mhm.
You see? But if you Penn State, you get a home game
Yes.
in the first round.
And Texas and Tennessee and Ohio State.
You get a home game,
Mhm.
which is going to be very interesting seeing how this 12 team playoff. Who wants a home game and who wants a bye week?
Mhm.
That's going to be the interesting part.
Yeah, that is.
Do I want a bye week or do I want to have a home game for a first round playoff? Just to see the atmosphere.
Yeah. Hmm. A playoff game on campus. Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Because obviously the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and championship, those would be neutral site games.
Yeah, those would be newer side games, but as I'm like, I do want a bye week, bro. I'm sick of this. I need a break.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's how that's gonna go. So stay tuned. We have 5 more of these before we have official field complete.
I actually like this.
You do?
I do, from the standpoint of, now you might hear people bicker and say, "Well, who's going to be number 13 and number 14?" And they probably have a better strength of schedule than number 12. I mean, we'll probably be hearing that like we normally hear with the NCAA tournament stuff. But I do think you now have a shot to understand. Okay, so this is what they think of us. All right. And if I was a team, like if I was like Alabama, I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. I went out, I'll usurp Georgia, and I will be in one of the four to have a bye. Same with Texas, same with Tennessee, and Ohio State. Same with them. Penn State, they gonna lose again to Penn State if they play again. So and they'll get dog walked against Oregon. But I digress. I think that's a good thing. I think they'll get a chance to see this, and the surprise of all of that, including Boise State, undefeated Indiana.
They got Michigan coming up.
Hmm. At home, right?
We're gonna see what that game is gonna be
Eh,
like. But
Wait,
if
wait.
you're
Is it in Bloomington or in Ann Arbor?
oh, you'll know shortly.
Oh, okay, okay.
But if you SMU, are you really upset? Are you like, okay, we know where we at. We know what we have to
No, no,
do.
no, no, no. Not upset. From the standpoint of, if they run the table, they will usurp you, Miami, and they will be in that spot.
If you Texas A&M, you better be upset because you don't. You better be upset your damn self.
Yeah, because you lost that spot. And not only did you lose being in the pole position, but wouldn't even qualify for the playoffs, and rightfully so, because that butt whooping deserved for them to drop all the way off of the playoff bracket.